Hi, and welcome to Tennis Volley Talk this episode. Sorry, I'm a little under the weather this last week, so here's my next episode here. Basically, what I was trying to do is trying to get some over-the-phone interviews, which I do hope that you guys like, and then talking and doing an interview with people like I do over the phone, which is a fun to do. Now, did anybody do the recipe that I talked about a couple of weeks ago? Just wondering if anybody did that. If they did, like, comment, and subscribe for you YouTubers. And then for you podcasters, you're going to hear about the racket of the day coming up pretty soon. And then if you wanted to take a look at it, you could also go to my tennis podcast channel, Tennis Volley Talk. So with that, no, yeah, what I just wanted a little bit coverage from a tournament in Shanghai on the men's side, and then Wuhan on the women's side. So basically, Yannick Sinner beat Novak Djokovic 7-6, 6-3. Yeah, he had Novak just had a little bit of a hiccup. Sinner is just really actually playing so good. Rated number 1 in the world right now. And he's just playing some phenomenal tennis. So you got Sinner and Djokovic, and let's see, Zverev, Tsitsipas, Dimitrov, let's see, Rude, let's see, Rune. So you got a whole lot of them right in that little top 10 area. And Taylor Fritz, and stuff. But during that tournament, Taylor Fritz got beat by Novak Djokovic. So, but then Taylor Fritz has really been on a tear too. But sometimes he can play so really good, but then sometimes he falls short and just doesn't have a good day playing. So sometimes that does happen with him too. So right now, who's your guys' favorite men's tennis player? Of course, then, really close up there also is Carlos Alcaraz. And so he's the next best Spain player. Then now that Rafa has decided to retire at the end, I think he said at the end of the French Open, this 2025. So that's what he'll do, and retire at that time. After that, and be, and he was such a good clay court tennis player. Mostly won most of his titles on clay, which he is just exponentially was so good on clay, and such a go-getter, and the way he hit and went after balls on clay was just a wonder to watch, and how he grinded everything out like he did. So that was always fun to see with him playing. But also then we had the Wuhan tournament, which Aryna Sabalenka beat Qin Zhang, the top China tennis player in the world, 6-3, 5-7, 6-3. And there was a tennis tournament a week before that I believe was the China Open, and then Coco Gauff got beat, but she had like 50 double faults and stuff. So she's been having a hard time with some service yips recently. Maybe she should go to Aryna Sabalenka's tennis serving guru, and then maybe get some tips that way. And then she might then start doing better with serves. Once she does that, I think that she will start actually really playing very, very good after that with her serves, and playing that way with her serves. But really, actually, Aryna Sabalenka. Now, I haven't seen Iga Swiatek lately. She's number 1, and Aryna Sabalenka is number 2, but she's coming, and she's been playing. She's actually put some big variety in her game too, with some serve and volleys, actually some regular volleys coming in and approaching and coming in and hitting volleys for winners. So she's been really putting a little bit more variety into her game, which really does help her on the court with doing what she's doing and winning winning the tournaments that she's been winning and all of that. But with that, it's still around the USA. It's still warm in certain places, like in the southern states. Northern states, which I'm in Minnesota, it's actually starting to get a little chilly out. We still have some nice days trying to hang in there near the middle of October. So it's getting there where it will not be able to be played outside because it'll be way too cold. So then it'll be inside tennis then with playing. So with that, where are you guys from anyway? If anybody, a few YouTubers subscribe, comment, and you podcasters, if you want to like, subscribe, comment too. Where are you guys from? I'd like to know where you're listening from in the comments, and please let me know. That would be good to find out a variety of where and who you are and where you're calling or where you're listening from. So just hoping that by what I'm doing gets out to a lot of people. And I really do like doing my tennis podcast. I am trying to get a little bit more phone interviews. I've sent out some emails to some places that would be a very good interview, I think. So it's just a matter of time when they get back to me and see what can happen with any of those in that sense. But with that today, I do have the racket of the day. Now, this is actually international. It's made in the USA. It's what it is. It's a Garcia racket, and it's a Kragen Competition C22. Now they had a lot of like the C numbers with these rackets. They had a C40, a C44. This is a C22. They had a C20 and stuff like that. But it's just kind of the brand, I think it is. And I like the color of it, the blue throat. And then it also has with this, what it is a, let's see, handcrafted power bow, and it's made in the USA. And but I would say this racket here is probably in the Garcia company. It's not very much known about that, but as far as I know, it was around about came to an existence around probably around the 50s, early 60s. This racket here is probably in the late 50s or into the 60s and through the 60s. Now, somebody that did promote the Garcia brand, and it still has a nice leather grip on it. It's a very nice, sturdy racket on, and very solid still. And even with the strings, they're nylon strings on this, but you can hear by the twing of it that you could probably still get out there and you could still probably hit a tennis ball with this racket even today. You couldn't hit it as hard, but you'd have to do a little bit more finesse now than what they have with the newer rackets, which is a lot more stronger and lighter, and you can hit it harder. And so you got more power today instead of finesse, like they used to have with the finesse with the old wood rackets and the smaller heads and everything. But still, you could get out there and hit the ball today with this racket. It'd be really, really good to see with that. But if you guys want to like and subscribe and comment, do that. And for you podcasters out there, be sure and do that. Like, subscribe, and comment. And also, if you like what I do with the phone calls and then the recipe book there too. I don't know if anybody did that recipe or not, but I'll be telling you a few more recipes later on as the weeks go by, and seeing what happens later on. But with that, as far as that goes for this week, not very long here this week, but I hope everybody still can get out there outside playing tennis. And if you have to move inside, do that. And so still enjoy the winter season of playing tennis. And everybody, I'm so glad that you let me in and let me talk about the tennis that I've been doing and will be doing for the rest of the year. So everybody, you have a very good week, and I'll talk to you next week.